Continuing cognitive distortion bias. Here's another big one, is the availability bias. This is your judgments and thoughts and outlooks are influenced by what springs to mind most readily, what's most available in your memory. And the things that stand out most in your memory are things that were emotionally charged, most recent, unusual. Those things tend to stick in your mind more. This is the reason that you hear sayings like, you can do someone 99 favors, 99 good deeds, and then, do something unhelpful one time, and what are they gonna remember about you? That one unusual event. So be aware of the availability bias, because that can be easily used to manipulate our thinking, to force a frame on us. The media does it all the time. You may have come to the conclusion that all politicians are liars, because you see politicians lie all the time, right? On the news, or in speeches, or maybe you've met one personally. But the simple fact is, not all of them, but probably even the preponderance of them, are conniving, Hollywood-esque manipulators and plotters. Like, what was that show that Kevin Spacey did a few years ago, before he got outed as some kind of deviant? House of Cards. So it shows, I mean, that's Hollywood, a fantastical exploration of like political Machiavellian twists and turns and plotting. They're not all like that, but if that's the show you watched, since that's emotionally resonant, that's going to be what comes to mind. It's the most available in your memory mechanisms. Heuristics that spring to mind when you see politicians. You'll tend to judge them through that light. So we have to be aware of our availability bias by, again, being mindful and thinking, okay, what are the rational, logical evidences that I have to support this feeling I have? Or is it just an availability bias? Is it because I just remember that one time I went to that dentist and he was super rude and it was super painful, so now all dentists are going to be rude and greedy and painful? That's just an availability bias. And as a side, I won't make a whole separate video. Well, I could make a separate video of this. Be aware of how an availability bias or a cognitive distortion can cause what is known as an availability cascade. So once you get caught, you're reminded of something that springs to mind, and you view what's happening through that availability bias, that can cause another memory that's sort of cherry-picked from your memory to bring up to support that. And pretty soon, you've got this whole, almost like a positive feedback loop going, where you've determined everything you need to know about the situation based on one easily obtained memory, none of which is true. So be aware of this one. This one's a big one. This is a big one. Availability bias. Do some reading and research on that. See what you think. If you can find that in yourself. I don't know, next couple days. And then watch the next video.